The League of Legends World Finals are fast approaching, and as we have all sorts of regional tournaments wrapping up in the upcoming days, along with everyone so hyped up on eSports, including myself of course with all the commentating I've been doing, I think it's a good time to talk to you all about what I'll be looking forward to as I watch Worlds this year. So, without further delay, here are my top 5 things I'll be keeping an eye on at the Season 3 League of Legends Finals. Number 5 is the Chinese teams, and as I make this video, we aren't actually 100% sure who will be making it out of China as the regional finals are still going on, but there's still a lot to look for coming out of the region. Team OMG, who's essentially been the CloudNine of China, Team Royal Club Huangzhou, who's run some crazy stuff like Support Annie, to great success I might add, and of course all the interesting and skillful play we see from the teams and players is what earns the Chinese teams this number 5 spot on the list. We currently have a very stagnant meta here in North America and Europe, in terms of picks at least, so much so that it is considered by some unconventional for someone like Mega Zero to run Aurelia top lane. The fact that the Chinese teams are pioneering strategies that not only include oddball champions like Annie, but include throwing some of these champions into crazy unconventional roles is what makes me really excited to see what the Chinese teams will pull out at Worlds. Maybe Royal won't get to go, and maybe OMG won't try anything crazy if we do see them make it through, but the Chinese scene has been sort of quiet as of late, so hopefully they'll be cooking up all sorts of stuff to surprise everyone come mid-September. Number 4 is Team Mineski. As I mentioned before, they weren't even technically supposed to be at the Southeast Asian Regional Finals. It was only after Team Exile had passport issues that Mineski got to go, and after seeing them pull some amazing Ezreal play, upsetting the heavy favorites Singapore Sentinels in the finals after getting knocked into the losers bracket by them, makes me really excited to see if they can go toe-to-toe with the rest of the world. Saigon Jokers did the exact same thing as Mineski last year, beating Singapore Sentinels after being knocked into the losers bracket by them, but they only ended up winning a single game against Dignitas in the group stages at Worlds. They had a nice run and it was really fun to watch them back then, but maybe Mineski can do a little bit more this year. It certainly would be impressive for the Philippines if their second place team made it all the way through the group stages at Worlds. Number 3 on the list is Team Fnatic. 4 of their 5 players competed in the Season 1 finals, so they certainly are some seasoned veterans to the game, and they looked very strong at Gamescom, taking the number 1 spot after beating Lemon Dogs. They've also just been looking strong in general, winning 4 of their last 5 games in the EU LCS Summer Split, but a lot of teams and top players from around the world have been talking a little bit of trash about the EU scene. Ever since All-Stars, they've been saying EU players aren't innovating as much as the rest of the world and are falling behind because of it, but I am certain that Fnatic can definitely stand up against everyone on foreign soil and show us just how well they can play. Number 2 is the North American powerhouse CloudNine. After not dropping a single game during the North American regionals, CloudNine is looking very strong going into Worlds. They'll be getting a bye straight into the quarterfinals after taking first at PAX Prime this year, so because they don't have to go through group stages and because they have very little, if any, experience against foreign teams, it'll be fun to keep an eye on them and see if they end up choking against an unexpected foreign powerhouse, or if they prove to be the unexpected powerhouse themselves. After all, they haven't not taken first at a single event ever since January, where they took third at the 12th Solo Mid North American Invitational. And finally, my number 1 thing that I'll be watching for this year at the League of Legends Season 3 World Finals is the Korean teams. I won't just be watching them because I think that they're really good, but because of the fact that everyone thinks that they're really, really, really good. This will be the first time that we see a lot of these players and teams play on a world stage in quite a long time. The last time we saw Koreans play against a foreign team was way back in March, where KT Rolster B had a little exhibition tournament where they ended up beating Gambit Gaming 2-1 in the final at the MLG Winter Championships. Everyone boasts about how the Korean scene is the best right now and how they're the heavy favorites to win Worlds, so it'll not only be interesting to watch them play, but it'll also be interesting to see whether or not they can live up to this huge amount of hype that's been built up around them. Although if I had to guess, I'd say that they certainly will. As I've been making this video without spoiling any results, Flame, Faker, Madlife, and Insec are all currently battling for the 3rd place spot to go to Worlds. If the 3rd place team has a crazy playmaker that good, just imagine how well the 1st and 2nd place teams will be playing. Anyway, though, thank you all very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video, and special thanks to those of you who are supporting me as I see if I can turn all of my knowledge of the esports scene and all of my knowledge of the game into becoming some sort of color commentator or analyst for Riot Games in Season 4. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, you can go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be sure to get plenty of esports videos out as the League of Legends Season 3 finals approach very, very quickly. I am super excited, and I hope you all are too. Until then, though, thank you all very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.